What if I told you after 6 weeks away, we're finally back? The UFC is finally back, and it's a banger of a card.
Dude, they really set us up.
They
You were
did.
right in the sense that whatever they were going to do was going to make us all very excited to tune into Paramount, and they did exactly that. They gave us a long ass break and a banger card.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that they waited throughout the month. Like, it was agonizing, but like
Yeah,
starting the year out with this and the next pay per view back to back, rather than some shitty Apex cards, made it so much
100%,
better.
100%. And these were top tier pay per views, like in the sense of numbered events. I suppose we need to delete pay per view from our dialogue now.
I know that's going to be really hard.
It's gonna be really tough. But yeah, for numbered events, just comparatively to last year and the last few years, these are insane.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to jump into this. Welcome
Oh,
everybody back to early stoppage MMA. We're happy to be back. We're happy to have you here. We took a little bit of a break to enjoy the holidays, to enjoy some time off, but we're ready to go again.
let's go.
Let's jump right into this with the first fight we're going to talk about. Umar Nurmagomedov is taking on Davison Figueiredo in the bantamweight division in a 3-round fight to close out the prelims. What do you think about this?
My initial thoughts, and I remember talking to you about this, was why are they doing this? Like Figgy does not deserve this, and I know that you might have some differing opinions with this. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm 100% taking Umar via whatever he wants to do to Davison Figueredo. I do think that maybe I'll be a little surprised. I do kind of anticipate to be like, okay, Figgy might not be completely ruined, but I mean, I don't see a world where Figgy wins this fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. And they booked this fight. I was like, what in the world? Why the fuck is this being made? But I think it's kind of they clearly want Umar up towards the belt. You know, he's got that Khabib connection, um, and he's also just like this is an easy layup fight for him. So it kind of makes sense. Uh, I think that I like Figgy. I do. I think he's a bit undersized for bantamweight. Uh, and he's kind of just old and washed. I hate to say it. I know that that's thrown around a lot with fighters, but like especially in that fight with Corey Sandhagen, like he looked old, man. And like he basically was getting out grappled by Corey Sandhagen and like that's not a good sign. Like what the fuck
That
is
that's
Umar going to do to you?
exact point I was gonna make is that it to me he did get out grappled by Corey Sandhagen, and not saying Corey's a bad grappler,
Mhm.
but there's levels between Corey and Umar.
Yeah,
So
I
and,
completely
and
agree.
Umar also is just as dangerous on the feet, I would say, as
Mhm.
Corey. So I this is a fight definitely meant, in my opinion, to possibly set up like an Umar Sean fight. Because we're gonna talk about that fight later.
Yeah.
But I think that this is definitely a setup fight to get Umar back on track and to get people
Yeah.
pumped up about him.
Yeah. It's kind of a win-win for the UFC too cuz even if they don't wind up having Umar versus Sean, then they have another Sean O'Malley title shot and another Umar
Yeah,
title shot. So it's like uh, which is kind of awesome because like if Piotr Jan beats Marab again and like holds onto the belt, these are
yeah,
matchups that like everyone wants a rematch between him and Sean already, and him versus
yeah.
Umar would be a fucking banger. So this is like at face value, this fight makes no sense, but also it's a great fight, which is
UFC
weird.
really do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird situation, and I think this is gonna be a reoccurring theme where all of these fights are insane bangers of fights, but also make so much sense in their division and for the UFC. So this was amazing card building.
Yeah.
Like this might truly be like from top to bottom some of the best card building we've seen on a numbered event.
Yeah. It's it's so good. So yeah, I think Umar's just gonna win this.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's a good fight, but
I think it will be. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be insanely quick finish or anything like that, but I could
no,
totally see round two or three getting a sub or
yeah.
just
Although I mean,
beating on them.
it's not completely out of the ordinary. We have seen Umar does get hit, and we've seen some people with power like landing
Dude,
on him and hurting him. So like You know, Figgy's
We've seen
Figgy's hit
Mario
hard.
Batista hurt him.
I know Figgy hits hard, so like maybe there is a world where fucking Figgy slimes him out, which would be awesome. But I just don't know if that's gonna
That would be
happen.
insane. That would ruin some plans, I think, for the UFC.
I think that would too, but it'd be sick.
Yeah. No, the UFC definitely is expecting Umar to walk through Figueiredo.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Good fight though. Excited to watch it. Moving on to Arnold Allen versus John Silva, opening up the main event. God, this fight is a fucking banger.
Dude, this, I mean, you know my fight of the night, what I'm most excited for, but this truly is what I expect to get fight of the night for the evening.
Yes.
This fight will be insane.
Yes.
I have no doubt because a lot of these fights were like, oh, this could be so cool if they both come out. There's no chance this is a boring fight in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. And dude,
Oh my
where
God.
where are you leaning on this? Because I'm genuinely I struggled a lot picking this fight.
I honestly, I kind of do too. I think, I think Arnold Allen just in general is so slept on. I think he's really, really good. He had a close fight. He has had the closest fight with Mavzar of anyone so far. Um, he's got a hell of a chin. He is pretty dangerous in terms of like his style. He's got good power. He's not sleeping people, but he has good power. Yeah, I think Arnold Allen is really good, but he has been out for quite a while, so he has probably some ring rust there. Sorry, I had to burp. I'm genuinely torn. I probably will go Silva. I think he's just fresher. I think he is still dangerous as hell. I mean, he was hurting Diego Lopez in their fight, even though he got finished. And I think that it's so hard. Like, don't sleep on Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen could absolutely win this fight. That's where I think I'm gonna go with it.
All right. I agree with you. I think Arnold Allen is one of the most underrated fighters in general in the UFC, no matter the division. But I do have this weird feeling that if there's anybody in the UFC that I trust to get his get back and revenge, it's gonna be John Silva.
Yeah.
This dude's coming off his first loss in the UFC. I think that he is going to go throw insane combinations, whatever he wants to throw.
Yeah.
And maybe he gets clipped, maybe it doesn't work, but he's going out for blood in this fight. And I think that it'll work. I mean, we haven't really seen it not work except for against Diego.
Yeah.
So,
it'll be interesting. The more I'm thinking about it, it's
Silva.
hard because like Silva does less well when people like actually pressure and come in on him, which is kind of what like Lopez did that helped worked on him a little bit. And that's Arnold Allen, man. Just fucking
and
getting in there. So it's just like, I don't know.
this is a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we saw how Diego beat him, where he kind of Silva got overly aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and then Lopez just caught him with the elbow. But I just don't know if Allen hits as hard
No, definitely
as
not.
Lopez does.
Yeah, definitely not.
And I do think that it's gonna be like just like Lopez, Allen has a chin. Like I think the two of them are comparable,
Yeah.
and we saw Lopez eat a lot of Silva shots, and he did get beat up.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Allen hits as hard, and I think that's gonna be a lot harder to stop because even then Lopez didn't put out John Silva. Like
No.
he was definitely hurt and definitely it got stopped, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Allen can do that. I think it would take a much longer. Like he would have to get on top of Silva kind of situation. I don't think he's just gonna drop him with one thing and then it be over.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Silva in this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think I have to as well, but make it known. Don't sleep on Arnold Allen. He could absolutely get this done.
Dude, that would be sick too, though.
I'm rooting for him. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be like pumping my fist.
I would
Arnold,
rather Allen
but
win this fight.
yeah,
If
I
Allen
just-
won this fight, it just opens up so many more fun fights too.
yeah,
Not that John Silva isn't fun against
no,
whoever
but-
he fights, but
yeah. I know Allen's just funny. He's a nice guy. He's funny. So
it is. Yeah.
oh,
How can
okay.
be more active?
That's true. Moving on to the next fight of the night, we've got Natalia Silver versus Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose is back, bro. Are you pumped?
Dude. Yeah, she's gonna lose to Natalia Silva.
Why do you
Uh,
say that?
dude, Natalia Silva's so good, so good. And Rose is aging a little bit. I mean, I hate to say it, she is aging.
Yeah,
She's looked good in her last, few fights. She's coming off a win of Maverick something. Who is it?
Miranda Maverick. Is that who it
Miranda
was?
Maverick. That's it. Yeah.
Didn't she also beat
Against
Tracy
Miranda.
Cortez on like short notice or something? Did I make that up?
Yeah, but I think she lost in between those.
Oh, she
She
did.
lost
Okay,
against Blanchfield.
that's right.
So
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is Natalia Silva's fight, dude. This is her chance. She's coming off the win of Grasso, which is ultra impressive.
Hmm.
In my opinion, would be more impressive than a win over Rose Namajunas at this point.
Hmm.
But I mean, she needs to win this fight to get the title shot. I want to see Silva with the belt.
Yeah.
That would make me happy.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think Rose Namajunas is one. She doesn't really deserve a number one contenders fight. Like this is a name value
Yeah.
fight for sure. But also kudos to her for stepping in because Natalia Silva was supposed to be fighting someone else. I don't remember who it
Yeah,
was.
I don't remember either.
But anyways, and even that fight was still a step down for Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva, by all means, should be fighting for the belt. Like beating, like pretty much clearly beating Alexa Grasso, coming off of like having the belt, is like that's worthy of a title shot, especially in this division. I think Rose Namajunas, again, like you said, she's getting older. She just has not looked as good as she did when she had the belt, and I think her decision to move up to flyweight doesn't make sense to me. It hasn't at all so far. I have not been able to put together why she didn't stay at strawweight. And it's not like she's super undersized. She's just so much better at strawweight. So I don't know. I think, like you said, it's Natalia's fight to win. Her style is so good. She'll keep Rose Namajunas at range probably and just
Yeah.
kick the shit out of her and kickbox her for 3 rounds. So
Be fun to watch. Natalia Silva is one of the most fun women's martial artists to watch, I think, right now.
oh, definitely.
And just seeing
Yeah.
her, like, if she could get that belt, it would be so sick.
Yeah.
It would be so cool. Like that would be one of the situations where it's like it doesn't really matter who she fights. I would just be happy to watch her fight.
Yep.
So,
No, technically she's so sound. She's very good at what she does. Like she's my favorite like women's fighter in any of the UFC's divisions.
oh wow, okay,
I
wow,
I think she rules, man. She's fun to watch.
she does rule. No, 100% she rules.
So,
Let's hope
yeah,
she gets this win over Rose.
let's hope so. Because then it's like it's guaranteed that she's gonna fight uh, whatever her name is, who has the belt.
Shevchenko.
Shevchenko. Yeah, I couldn't think of her name. Which I
That would
think
be a
I
sick
think
fight,
Sylvia
too. That
I
would
think
be an
Silva
amazing fight.
has a chance in that fight too. I don't think that that's like out of the question, like a lot of other
Yeah.
people in the division. So like, hopefully this works out.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. All right, moving on. We've got Waldo versus Derek Lewis, bro.
Some heavyweights. We get two heavyweight fights on this card, which makes me quite happy, as you probably.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's so hard. I was a Waldo hater forever, but his last year, like his whole 2025 as a martial artist was insane.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was fighting anybody, everybody, short notice, didn't care. Was doing his own thing, and you can't not appreciate him.
Yeah. No, he's
With that
stepped
being
up. He's
said-
had very fun fights, and to be honest with you, even his boring ones from back in the day,
Yeah.
he did what he needed to do to win those. As boring as it was, so like I get it, but no, he's really stepped up. He's been pretty fun to watch. I think most people have come around on Waldo at this point.
Yeah.
Genuinely talented, genuinely athletic for a heavyweight. Like he really.
I agree. No, very technically sound. Like
Yeah.
he is not there just throwing as big of bombs. I mean, he's still a heavyweight, so he throws big bombs, but
Yeah,
you can tell that's not his game plan.
100%.
He really wants to, look like a martial artist and not just hurt people.
Mm-hmm. What do you?
I'm picking Derek Lewis KO.
Are you actually?
I am picking Derek Lewis KO.
When it's a Derek
I
Lewis fight,
think-
it's not even a bad pick. Like you never know.
It's so true, and I mean, dude, Derek Lewis is on a run right now. Granted, not insane competition. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But I think that momentum is going to really help him. And I'm kind of hoping that Waldo has too much momentum and maybe he's tired. He had a month off and now he's back to it. So
Yeah.
I really want Derek Lewis to win this fight. I don't really have a good reasoning for it because it would kind of mess up the division. If Waldo could beat Derek Lewis, he's setting himself up. The UFC has to already love this guy, taking the short notice fights, fighting multiple times in a month.
Yeah.
So I'm just really hoping that Derek Lewis can do it, but it would kind of stop Waldo Cortez in his tracks, I think, if he just got slept by Derek Lewis.
Yeah. I think so there's a few factors going into this, and I hope you know what I mean when I say these, because they're all pretty much completely arbitrary. But I think it's always a bad sign when you see Derek Lewis on like Instagram or his social media or whatever, and he's like jacked before his fight. Like he's the skinniest he's ever looked. And you're like, what the fuck? Like he kind of has a six pack. And then he steps into the ring on the day of, and he looks exactly the same as every other fight he's ever fought in. He looks just as big as he always does. He looks like a big fella.
Yeah.
He's DC maxing in there. And you're like, what the hell? What happened? Like just 2 weeks ago you were posting this, like you were shredded. You were like thin for being Derek Lewis. And he gets all that weight back and then performs terribly. Every time that he's done this whole like I'm taking it seriously, I'm losing the weight. He goes in there and then boom, submitted by fucking Sergey Spivak or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know why. It's weird. It's weird.
Very Derek Lewis. Okay.
Very. I think that also Derek Lewis tends to struggle with people that are genuinely athletic. Like like the way to beat Derek Lewis is to either be Tai Tuivasa or an athletic heavyweight. And Waldo Cortez Acosta, I think, he's well-rounded enough to be able to like defend on the feet pretty well when Derek Lewis is throwing some like sloppy punches. To not just get hit with some bombs, just play it safe enough, get in there, and then just like, honestly, I could see this being a very messy fight where Waldo's just holding him against the fence. It's kind of boring, but that's exactly what Waldo needs to do to win, if I'm being honest. And like, especially when you're fighting Derek Lewis, like I don't even blame the guy. Like I also wouldn't want to fucking deal with Derek Lewis at range. That would suck.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so
no, I think I should maybe explain more. This is like Waldo should be the favorite in this fight.
Yeah,
I agree with you that he's much more athletic, probably, like I said, a more technical fighter. We know what Derek Lewis is going to do. He does the same thing every time.
Yep.
But it does work. Like if he lands one of those big overhands, it's going to hurt and he'll probably win the fight.
Yep.
I don't know. I just want him to land one. That's really all it is. I agree with everything you just said. And I think this is Waldo's fight to win.
Yeah.
And I think that it'll look really good on his resume.
Yeah.
To beat Derek Lewis. And Derek Lewis is a fan favorite, 100%. And so I think that this will get some eyes on Waldo.
Yeah. And
I think that might be what they're trying to do. Where they're trying to be like, all right, let's, people will tune in. People know Derek Lewis that don't even watch all the time. Yeah. And he's not even like a ginormous name, but he just has so many memes and so many moments that have been viral that people will see like, oh, he beat the balls is hot guy. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what I think the UFC is wanting out of this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Derek Lewis beats it, for guys that watch the sport all the time, they'd be like, okay, Waldo's good. He just had a crazy 2025. And I do think that this is kind of a win-win regardless of what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, make no mistake. I think there's still like a 25% chance that Derek Lewis could just fucking hit this guy on the chin and just send him to heaven immediately. He's always in there, but it just...
I think that's every Derek Lewis fight ever. It's like, okay, yeah, he's got a 25% chance.
Yes.
And, roll the dice. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so... I'm picking Waldo, but Derek Lewis could definitely just make this happen. It's not with confidence. Like, I would not put this on my parlay at all.
No chance. Any Derek Lewis fight, unless you're going big and you just put him by KO round one, that's the only thing you can ever do.
That's a fool's errand. So, oh man. Okay, well, do you want to introduce your co-main event?
My co-main event. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong.
Yep.
I have been calling for this fight for at least a year now. I've been so pumped. I've been wanting this fight to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I finally get it, dude. I got 6 more days to get my dream,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I still am struggling with how this fight is going to go because in my head I am so arrogantly biased towards Song Yadong that I'm like, oh, bro, he's going to go out there and just beat the hell out of Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley's coming off of losses, but I still don't know. I really struggle with Sean O'Malley where I'm like, is he as good as he is, as good as people say he is, or is he just ultra hyped up and really good at marketing to where he's in my head?
I
That's really how I
yeah.
feel.
I think it's somewhere in between. I think that Sean O'Malley is very good. I think he's dangerous on the feet. His striking is incredible. But I do
Of
think that,
course.
like, very real. I don't think that, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think that Umar is the only person that could have submitted Sean O'Malley in retrospect.
Marab, you mean?
Or Marab. I don't know. Did I say Umar?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Marab. I'm just
Okay.
stupid. No, I think that, like, if he fought Umar, like, I think Umar might be able to make it happen. Like, Sean O'Malley, when he's
Yeah.
grappling, makes a lot of, like, questionable decisions. Even before the Umar fights. Just in the few moments that he would grapple with people. Like, even with Piotr Jan, when they were, like, scrambling and he would, Piotr Jan would, like, take him down. Jan's not
Yeah.
submitting people. But, like, other people with sensible submission threat and, like, IQ there, they might have been able to make that happen.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think that Sean O'Malley is for sure like top I would say top 5 at bantamweight. I mean, if not, it's right around there. Like he's definitely top 10 in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that Song Yadong is there too. But the issue with Song Yadong, as you know, and as I certainly know, is that every time he's had this chance to really break in and be like, yeah, I'm certifying myself, he's lost. He lost to Jan, lost to Sanhagen, like all those big names he's lost to.
Yeah.
So this is his third shot to get that big break to be like, okay, if he beats Sean O'Malley and they give him a title shot against Jan or whatever they do, yeah, like people are not going to complain about that in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he's got to beat O'Malley first, and
Yes.
I just I'm picking Song Yadong very biasly. I will say
I like that. At
very
least you
biased.
said it. At least you said it. There was
Yeah,
bias
it is.
involved.
There is 100% bias involved, but I do think that it's very close. I think that even without the bias, if I try to put the bias to the side, I think that I would lean Sean O'Malley like 55%. I would go 55 to what, 55-45 to for O'Malley. But with
Sure.
bias, I'm just gonna flip those, and I'm still not super confident Song Yadong is gonna win. I don't know where this fight's going. I think that's why I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
It's just because we could go out there and see Sean O'Malley just absolutely dominate from range for this is this 3 rounds, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I
We could
don't
see this.
know. They never confirmed from what I saw. I
Yeah,
think
well now
somebody
it's the full
asked
name
Sean,
too.
or I think somebody asked Song Yadong, like, is it going to be 5 rounds now? And Song Yadong said, I don't know.
I hope it is. I really do. I think
Yeah.
that it would be a lot more fun.
Yeah. It would be interesting. I don't know.
Where are you leaning on this? I'm assuming O'Malley.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because, like, I think Song Yadong is well rounded, but like I just mentioned Sean O'Malley's uh, seeming weaknesses in the grappling,
Yeah.
but Song Yadong's not going to be the guy to take advantage of that. Um, even though he is well rounded, I think that Song Yadong's striking is good. He seems to have good power. He's pretty dangerous, but the competition has not been the best. Like he usually beats somebody, then he gets a chance at somebody high up in the rankings that's really good, and he loses
Yeah.
to them. Like that just seems to be what happens every time he gets that shot. And like, he's also been pretty inactive the last few years. He's fighting like once a year.
Yeah.
And I don't love that. He's been injured a decent amount. His last few wins that he had when he was on a stretch with that, like, no questions involved, like Ricky Simone and Chris Gutierrez have not aged super well. Ricky Simone isn't terrible, obviously, but they just haven't aged very well. And like those fights were, I guess he knocked out Ricky Simone, but Like Chris Gutierrez took him to a decision. His fight with Piotr Jan, that was pretty good. However, that was a Piotr Jan that had been taken quite a bit of time off and that got super injured in the middle of that fight, so he was compromised. Still, I'll give it to him. That's a pretty good win considering he's the champ now, and Piotr Jan's always been pretty damn good. But then even the fight against Cejudo could have looked worse in that fight, and he beat him, so that's good. Yeah. I don't remember exactly where I was going with that, but my thing is like that fight could have been a bit more impressive. And then there's the asterisk with the eye poke of like where was it going? So it's like Song Yadong's thing right now is like he's in this weird spot where I still don't know where he stands. I still don't know how good he really is. Whereas like with Sean O'Malley, I know how good Sean O'Malley is. Sean O'Malley knocked out Aljamain Sterling. Sean O'Malley took Piotr Jan in his prime to a really close decision. So it's like, I don't know.
No, I agree. I think that's a valid argument because anytime we've seen, Song Yadong against the guys that have certified themselves as top 5 bantamweights, he's lost.
Mm-hmm.
So, Song Yadong's also had just a super goofy career, in my opinion. Like the fight with Cejudo has been really weird.
Yeah.
He had the stoppage against Sandhagen was doctor stoppage.
Yep.
And then, but like he'll come out there and look insane against a guy who is not like that he should be, and he will look like he is a top 5 bantamweight, and then he'll get in there and then have these close fights or like these battles with these guys, and then just come out right like just barely short. It's not like he's getting slept or like completely dominated.
Yeah,
it's mostly just like he's so close.
Yeah,
but Sean O'Malley's a tough fight. Like I said, he'll probably. Yeah. I mean, obviously he'll want to stay at range and show off that striking and do what he normally does. Mm-hmm. And I think Song Yadong will entertain that for the first. That's why I was wondering if it's 5 rounds. Because if it's 5 rounds, I think I like my chances a little more with Song Yadong.
I think I agree with you that Song Yadong has a better chance if it's 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think if it's 3 rounds, and I think it'll just take. We've seen it a lot with O'Malley, where. The first couple rounds, people have to try to figure out how they're going to break that range, how they're going to get inside, and because that's how to beat him. That's what we've seen happen anytime he's lost. There's been someone getting in on him and breaking that range and making it an uncomfortable fight for O'Malley.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley. Now that you've been talking and I'm thinking about this, like I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley. I'm going to play it safe because. I want Song Yadong to win. If I have to like pick who I want to win, I definitely want Song Yadong to win. I think it would be awesome if he got to the point where he was just, outdoing Sean O'Malley. That'd be good for the division, I think. I think that'd be fun for the top 5, top 3. The implications would be there. That'd be quite fun. I really think Sean O'Malley, like his distance management and particularly his counterpunching is going to be huge here because that is. One thing also is that Song Yadong hasn't fought a ton of people with proportions like Sean O'Malley. The last one that he did fight was Corey Sandhagen, who, not a similar style necessarily, but like similar build and like keeping him at range and counterpunching. Like all of that involved, like that gave Song Yadong trouble, and he hasn't really fought anybody like Corey Sandhagen since then, so he hasn't proved that he can kind of outdo that or like get away from that and get that back. So because of that, I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley. There we go.
I like that. Look, we got something different on the main card here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in agreement this whole time. So
yeah,
I guess not Waldo. You took Waldo, but
yeah, that's understandable. I can see why you take Derek Lewis. I mean, I can see why you take Song Yadong too, honestly. But it's fun. Yeah, I like. No,
that's what this card is so good. This card is so amazing.
Good. It's so good.
I think that we should mention co-main. The original co-main got canceled.
Yes.
That Kayla Harrison. Messed up her neck. Is that what it was?
I think
she
so.
Injured her neck. So her versus Nunez is off. Originally, Rose Namajunas versus Natalia Silva was not on the main card.
Yes.
So they still got some women representation on the main card. So that's cool to see that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people probably don't care, but I think that's more than likely why they brought that up and not Umar.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, honestly. Especially now that it's free. Who cares?
Yeah. No, I mean, we're getting the fight regardless.
Yeah. Generally, when the pay-per-view model vanished, none of these critiques really matter as much to me anymore. Like, the main card can kind of look however they want it to look. I don't care as much in
Yeah.
terms of like
As long
as long as the quality fights are there. So
I kind of like. I mean, I don't know how you feel about this. I kind of like having like Umar on the prelims is really cool because we're getting a banger fight on the prelims
yeah, it's nice. You get
that is 100%
mhm.
main card
Yeah,
material.
you're getting a banger before like 7 p.m. That's sick.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, should we move
Main
on to the
event,
main
dude.
event?
The main event.
Yes.
Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett,
Yes.
interim lightweight title.
Yes.
I will say it's been 6 weeks. I mean, it's been
hmm
over 6 weeks since they've announced this card,
hmm
and I still have zero clue. Like more so than any other fight on this, I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Me neither.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I actually I say me neither. I know how this is. I have a pick of how this is gonna go. I have
Okay,
suspicions about how
I
this
want
is
to hear
gonna go.
you because I'll be honest with you, I don't even have a pick for this at this point. So this
Really?
is going to be an on the
Do you?
fly pick.
Okay.
I've been struggling really hard with
Do you
this.
want me to make my case and then you can react to
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
I'm
You make your
thinking?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I like that idea.
Okay.
Convince me.
I'm going to pick Paddy Pimblett. Um, I've been on the Paddy train for a while, but I'm also realistic about Paddy. I think that like by many metrics, a lot of the criticisms leveled at him have been justified and fair. Like, did he lose the Jared Gordon fight? Yeah, he did. And that's not. I don't think that should be dumb to say. But also, like, what is he gonna do? Not move on and then take on someone better?
Yeah.
No, he did. People talk a lot of shit about his run to the title, but to be honest with you, I kind of think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think it was all that stupid. Like, yes, he could have been fighting like Rafael Fiziev, but he didn't. He still fought people at the right like levels and positions in the rankings to get him to like ranked 5 in the division. I think he's getting a lot of hate too because of the Armin elephant in the room. If that was not an issue, I don't think people would care nearly as much about this and would critique him nearly as much about this. Because let's be honest, like fighting your step of progression going from like Jared Gordon, lightweight fighter at the time, just outside the rankings, kind of like one of those gatekeeper floating around that area.
Yeah.
Beating him again, didn't beat him, but did. So then he gets to move on and fight somebody else. Then fighting kind of a legend of the sport who maybe you could argue again, Tony Ferguson, totally fucking washed, but just outside the rankings. Fighting him, saying that's an easy fight because Tony's on a losing streak. I get where they're coming from. I get what they're saying, but also he did almost knock out Tony Ferguson, which is very hard to do. You have to be Michael Chandler and you have to kick his brains in from the bottom to knock him out. And Paddy Pimblett almost did that. So I think that's still pretty impressive. Then from there, fighting Bobby Green, a guy who is genuinely like maybe bottom, like right around number 15 in the rankings, and fucking smoking him, brutally submitting him and breaking his arm. Moving on from there to Michael Chandler, who was at the time like ranked middle of the division, which I think was kind of fair because let's be honest, Michael Chandler at the time, if he would have fought like Grant Dawson, I think he probably could have beat Grant Dawson. Just being real. Beats him, knocks him out. That puts him right at about number 7 in the division. And just with the way it's worked out with like Poirier retiring and all this stuff happening and Islam moving up, of course Paddy would rise to number 5. That puts him in a good position to fight for like an interim belt. You know, like one more fight to get him to the actual belt. This is that fight. Let's be honest. Like if this fight, if they didn't have the interim title attached to it, everyone would be fine with it. Everyone would be like, yeah, this makes sense.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah. I think that's been the biggest issue I've had with the Pimblett thing is that he's had the hype, which is understandable. He's a very marketable guy. But the argument of like, you know, the competition is also I think a valid argument where he's kind of been like you could tell they've cherry picked his fights for him. He's fought all old like like ranked guys that look good on the resume, but then whenever you really break it down, you're like, okay, you know, Bobby Green's 40, Tony Ferguson's 40.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. But I mean, with that being said, though, they're still not insanely easy fights. Like the Michael Chandler fight, I'm pretty sure I picked Michael Chandler.
You did.
So I do struggle. Like I mean, he beat the hell out of Michael Chandler. So
might I add, beat him better than fucking Oliveira, who just fought him a few months before that.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I 100% agree that if this did not have the title included at all, this would be a completely understandable, like, fun fight that everyone would be like, oh, okay, let's see how this really is, and
Hmm.
be in that situation.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of people are like, he doesn't deserve the belt, like he can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a tough situation.
Yeah. So now that we've got the background out of the way and the criticisms out of the way, breaking down the actual like technique and shit. Um, I think that Paddy Pimblett has. I think Paddy Pimblett's going to be stronger. I don't think that most people are picking up uh, Michael Chandler and throwing him on his back. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty
Yeah,
freakish to be able to do that. Paddy Pimblett is huge. He's strong as hell.
yeah,
Like he um his grappling is super dangerous. I think most people, if they're picking him to beat Gaethje, I've seen them picking them to beat him by like submissions. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But likewise, coming with that is a lot of critiques of like, yeah, well, Paddy's takedown numbers are really bad, but Paddy's never been about taking people down. Paddy is a brawler that like gets in there or uses his kicks, kind of stays at range, and like kind of blitzes and shit, but gets someone up against the fence, clashes with them, and then just muscles them to the ground or trips them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's or he'll like jump into guard basically. So like that's Paddy's thing. He is not somebody who uses takedowns anyways to get people to the ground. It's just like he uses the scramble. He uses all these tools to make grappling exchanges happen. Um and so like I don't think that whole like his takedowns are bad argument is all that valid against Justin Gaethje because like regardless like if they get up against the fence like I would not be surprised if we see Pimblett just grab onto Justin Gaethje and wind up on the ground with him. And like I don't know if Gaethje's going to be able to just get away because Pimblett is strong. He is sticky. He is fucking just he climbs around people like a spider. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He fucking jumps into flying arm bars and triangles and shit. Like Paddy Pimblett is just dangerous as fuck with a submission threat, and Gaethje has proven that he gets submitted by guys with really good grappling or really good submissions even. But on top of that, let's be honest, Gaethje's chin is kind of questionable these days. In the
yeah,
Fiziev fight, Fiziev hit him in the first fight and got him to do the chicken dance a little. Holloway hit him, got him to do the chicken dance a little a few times. Oliveira did it to him. Chandler did it to him in their fight as well. Yeah, I really think that like, and Paddy hits hard. We've seen that when people get hit by Paddy, they are like, they keep their hands up and shit, or they
yeah,
get hurt. They just do. Despite a lack of technique, like I think Paddy could. I don't think it's unreasonable to think that Paddy could land something on Gaethje and hurt him, and that's even more dangerous because most people will still respect Gaethje's power and kind of stay away from him when he's hurt. But Paddy has good finishing instincts and killer instincts. I don't think Paddy's gonna worry about it because I think he's kind of stupid. So I think he's just gonna run in and go after him, and I think that'll pay dividends. Like I genuinely think that not letting Gaethje off the hook and continuing to just wail on him could wind up getting him like a TKO. I could totally see that. I think that even in like the distance management, Paddy has good distance management because he has great kicks. If Paddy didn't have his kicking game, he'd probably be fucked because like that is what keeps him just out of the range of people's strikes most of the time and allows him to get away with like keeping his hands kind of low. Um and then not only that, but Paddy just gets better every time we see him. All of the critiques we have for him and especially in his striking, they all get better every time he fights. He genuinely works on them. I mean, he'll lose it every once in a while, like his chin will come up and his hands will come down. Like if a fight's really getting going. But he usually like keeps his composure pretty well, or has started to do that. And like Gaethje's got good power, but we've seen Paddy eat crazy stuff, and
yeah,
he's pretty
yeah.
young, and he hasn't taken a ton of damage in his career either, because he usually just grapples people. So I just think all those factors combined, and not only that, but Gaethje being 37 is never a good sign. I mean, age is whatever, especially at this point, but I still think that it's something to be mindful of. And then just finally, looking back at Gaethje's resume, it's kind of weird. I think that there's a little bit of revisionism going on. His best win recently, by far, by a country mile, is Dustin Poirier. And to be honest with you, that was a very competitive fight prior to the head kick. So
Yeah.
there is that going on. He's had he beat Fiziev on short notice, but even that, the first round was a little touch and go in their rematch. In the first Fiziev fight, it was a close fight, straight up. And then outside of that, his only other win within the last few years is Michael Chandler. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all these things combined, and I'm seeing this young guy in Paddy that's getting better, is super dangerous, and I just think he's going to do it. Like at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Is I just think Paddy he's got the plot armor, he's got the power, he's got the danger. I think Paddy has more ways to get it done than Gaethje.
I would agree with you. I agree with that you're saying. I think that there are some maybe more nuanced, like it's a lot more nuanced than that, right? Like what you were
Probably.
just saying.
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
I'm sure.
I do think that like when you're talking about, Gaethje gets hit and we've seen him stumbled by Fiziev and by Max. I think that there's a clear speed difference between those kind of guys and Paddy.
Definitely.
And I think that that's kind of like we've seen Gaethje struggle a lot with that, with just volume and speed, which is like that's Fiziev's and Max's game. But I do think that Pimblett hits harder than both of those guys.
Yes.
So if he can set something up, that's what's going to really come down to, in my opinion, is if Pimblett can set something up to stay out of range from Gaethje, or to break the range of Gaethje, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then to get to that point where maybe he does hurt him, or maybe he gets in close enough where he can get one of those trips or get him against the fence, even just in some kind of like not even grappling, just some kind of exchange where he's like breaking the range.
Yeah.
I'm really fucking up what I'm saying here.
No, I get what you mean though.
Like that would be Pimblett's game plan, and I do think it is it's a really dangerous game. I think if you're gonna just plan on running in on Gaethje, because Gaethje hits hard, and Gaethje, like will hurt you and will hit you. Like I 100% expect Gaethje to land multiple punches that were like, oh man, like I can't believe Paddy's.
Oh yeah, yes.
Like I do think that's gonna happen, and I do think it's possible that we see Pimblett hit Gaethje, but the biggest thing for me is just the speed, because I thought about that also, where it's like, okay, like Gaethje's been getting hit and rocked, but then like I just don't think Pimblett's that fast. After listening to you, I will say, I do think that there are multiple, like a lot more ways for Pimblett to win this fight than Gaethje win this fight. I think for Gaethje to win this fight, he's going to have to just keep range, land big bombs, maybe wobble or hurt Pimblett. I don't think that he'll knock him out. I think that's been shown really hard to do against Pimblett.
Yeah.
But if there is a guy that can do it, I would say it's Gaethje. So
sure.
That's kind of the biggest counter to everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
But I would agree with you that I think for the smartest choice, and if I was putting money on it, I would pick Pimblett. I do think that there's more opportunities for him to get the win.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying completely too. It's like it is not a done deal for Paddy. And even though Gaethje is old, he's probably faster, and he it obviously has the advantage in terms of technique in the striking. It really is going to come down to these like nuances in the game, nuances in the fight. Like that's just what it is going to be. But that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it so interesting. That's why I want to see it really bad. I really hope Paddy does win, because let's fucking be honest. Like if Gaethje wins, he's getting slept. He's getting fucking slept.
He will get slept by Taporia.
Yeah, and then we'll have to wait fucking 6 to 9 more months for him and Armin to fight. So,
yeah, no, I do agree with that, because Taporia does have the speed, does have the power to just one punch KO Gaethje.
Yes. Like, what is Gaethje gonna do to him? Genuinely.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with you. I would agree with you. I like I said, I think that if this did not have any kind of interim title implications, this fight would be, everyone would be pumped about this. There would be no critique.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think this is the fan base being a little dramatic too. I think everyone's gonna watch this. They're gonna fucking love it. It's gonna be a war, and everybody will be like, "Damn," you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we're getting two of the best brawlers at 155 that are gonna attempt to knock each other out.
Yeah,
so
it's two incredibly dangerous guys. So it should be pretty exciting.
I agree. Dude, this whole card has been so fun to talk about, and I cannot wait to watch this thing.
Yeah, we're so back. So
next week too. Yes. We got.
Stay tuned. We're gonna have our picks for that as well. It's such a good time to be back. It's such a good time to be into this. I love it. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We're happy to be back. We're excited to be making some videos. Hopefully, we'll have something out soon for you. Nothing immediately planned, but we'll cook something up for everybody. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the fights, and leave your thoughts down below. Peace.